G'day guys, Chrissy from Focus Prospecting. I've got a couple of really exciting announcements to make. The first one is the book, Gold Prospector's Handbook, is now available on pre-sale. So we're doing this for a week. You've got 7 days to get your pre-sale order in, and then everything will be shipped out on the 25th, which is a Tuesday next week of September. They're available in both digital and hard copies. There's a lot more information on the post on my Facebook page. The link for that is below. That'll give you everything that you need to know about that. With that beautiful little chestnut out of the way, we can talk about what we're doing today. I've been getting a lot of questions about my last two videos. In the last two videos, I was using a gold rocker box, built in exactly the same style as an 1800s rocker box. It was also utilizing a potato sack for a mat, and it's very archaic. You know, it is literally what they were using back in the day. And today is no different. I'm going to be out here doing exactly the same thing. But people want to know why I'm using such an archaic piece of equipment. I've been getting quite a lot of messages and people worried about whether I'm losing gold and all this sort of stuff. So I'm going to answer that really simply. I'm using a rocker box for the same reason that the old timers used a rocker box, and that is simply a lack of water. I'm standing in a creek here that took 170 millimeters of rain over 5 straight days to get a trickle in, and I mean a trickle. So this creek doesn't flow. It does not flow. It's too cost prohibitive to have a dry blower. For me, they cost around $2,000, and I know you can make them yourselves, but I'm not that very technically advanced, and it's not dry. All this dirt is still moist. It's not going to work in a dry blower. So I needed a way where I could work with limited water, with nothing in the creek. I'm utilizing puddles in various areas to work with a rocker box. So limited water, it's quicker than panning, it's a little bit slower than river sluicing, and it gets you the same exact result. I have tested both the tailings that come out the end of it, and I have tested the rock that I throw away. I even run a metal detector over both lots to make sure I haven't missed anything, and I haven't dropped any gold. I mean, I haven't even dropped micro gold. It holds onto it so well. So without further ado, we're going to get cracking, and we're going to run some beautiful 40 litres buckets of pay dirt through my rocker box. I'm currently just at the very beginning of a wide section of the creek. So when it is flowing, this particular section of creek is where the low pressure point is going to be. And it's also got the added advantage of having a big log dropped across the creek. Now the worst thing is you're never going to get all this dirt off one of these sieves, or through all these sieves without water. So I bring a paintbrush and I just brush everything back through the holes. It's the way I do it. I know there's many other methods that people use, but see, it seems to work for me. And you know, let's face it, any gold's good gold. If I drop a tiny little bit, I don't mind. Here's our screen dirt from the very bottom of the hole. It starts to ball up when it gets really wet like that, and becomes very hard to push it through a sieve, and you're going to lose a lot of gold. So instead of working it, I'm going to move some rocks. Now here's the working theory. It's coming down this straight here. When it's in full flood, it's going to hit this stuff and start to slow down and start to drop here, but you can see this nice big hole just here. And what this is a low pressure point from the water coming over and then absolutely hammering this section of rock and pushing everything back up here. So what we're going to do is take some dirt from underneath these large rocks, where you can also see some nice gravel, and all this indicates a low pressure zone, big heavy rocks, and also lots of fine gravels. It's the start of a gravel bar, so there should be gold right there. That's all the large rocks moved out of the way, and you can see this gravel that's been deposited. And if this has been dropped out of the system, then 100% gold will be too, because it's going to be way heavier than those little pebbles. Well, here I am. I am set up in a four-wheel drive bog hole, or what is left of a four-wheel drive bog hole. And we're about to run, hopefully, some really nice pay dirt through the rocker. Best time of any day when you're out prospecting is clean up time. finally get to see how much we got for the day. Excited, Grizz? He's behind you. Cool drive puddles also doubling as a panning pool. Before I head off, I've taken the Gold Racer out to double check the piles to make sure there wasn't a picker or a nugget or something like that sitting in the dirt that I screened off. And just to show you why, exactly what I was saying before about the heavy boulders with the light gravel mixed in with them, this is the corner that it was dug out of. That's where all that light gravel was. That's where the low pressure should have been. And there's something metal there, and that means that that's where the gold would have got dropped off. Listen to this. Now, that detector's giving me a signal for iron, which means it's probably a nail or something like that down there, but it proves that heavy objects would have fallen out of suspension right on that corner. Moment of truth. If there's nothing in here, that's the name of the game. That's what it's all about, looking for it, so I won't be surprised. I'm hoping for one bit. If I get one bit, oh, I've got more than one bit. I've got a few bits. Hey, look at that. Not tons. Not tons by any means. A bit of black sand there. Ah, there you go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits. And they're little. They're tiny. Check them out. Well, there you go. There was gold in that dirt. Not the richest spot, but this is what it's about, because dry prospecting, you've got to run the dirt to find out, and the only way to do it is to put the work in. So I'm glad that there was actually something in there at the end of the day. That was very exciting. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Just remember, the book is available to purchase, to pre-order now over the next week. So there's a link in the description that will take you to where you can order that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you like our channel. And as always, guys, I hope to catch you out here someday.